section leaders, present Mr. Bolton with a gift. So from the seniors personally, we know that it's the 140th anniversary of the band, and so we would like to donate $140 to Mr. Bolton personally for the trip that's going on next year. It was very hard for me to keep this. So. Justin, if you want to go back there and pull up the sheet. If you can read the sign that says what it says. It says, "Mr. Bolton's gift, please keep hidden." Yeah, I don't think we planned that out very well. I apologize. So, no, step back. You can't see it yet because you're not ready. Mr. Bolton, can you look at Alright, what I'm going to talk to you about now is my 3 years in the band. I didn't start out here. I started at White Station as a freshman. And coming over from White Station into my sophomore year was one of the best experiences of my life. The choice was not mine to make. I was kind of upset about it and having to make the choice to come from something so different to a whole nother situation. And when I got here, the band was the first people to take me in, to help me out, to keep me going, and to make me want to stay a whole nother year. When my mom asked me after I finished my first year, "You can go back to White Station now if you really want to. I know you feel like, you know," I was like, "Mom, I'm home."
All right.
And I found a home in the band. And I found a home with Mr. Bolton and Mr. McKee. And even though Mr. McKee had not taught me my my sophomore year, I just know he had a part in keeping me there. And I guess y'all see why I have the shades on now, so I don't start crying on stage. These two people and Mr. Harrison this last year and all the parents who helped out, everybody who gave money, I want to thank you personally. And I want you to know from me, Justin, us, you all made this band happen. And Bolton, Webster most definitely, myself, a lot of us, we started when we got here and we wouldn't be where we are without you. And so we personally want to thank you. And knowing that we have been going with the footsteps of legends and pineapples and how much everything's been going on in pineapples. Pineapples? Mr. Bolton's favorite fruit is pineapples. I know we asked a lot of you all this year. We asked for a lot more money than we usually ask from previous years, but it's for a good reason, for pineapples. And how much we love Mr. Bolton, and how much we want to keep the tradition going. 2013 is our year, and we wanted to make sure pineapples kept going. If you have not already guessed, we pulled it off this year. Nick Shirley, could you please, Mr. Bolton, we present you with your own purple gold-plated guitar. The guitar, I promise all of that was Nick Shirley. Y'all can thank Nick Shirley for the idea.
I don't know what to say. It's pretty awesome.
Can you play for us a little bit? Just a little bit. Small taste.
That's a lot too, but I'll fix it. Thank you guys very much.
Don't you need a pick? You need a pick?
I guess.
Can you, no. Can you come up here, please? Unplug it.
Okay.
You need something. I mean, it's only right.
Wow.
I think this is your personal pick. If you look at it, it has every nickname you have been called. Daddy, P-Bolt, Prophodopoulos, Prop, and Dude. Oh, the most important is Voltron. So, but we wanted to give you something to make this year even more personal. So,
So we got this guitar from Mr. Bolton because, like this, for all the juniors out there, James and I are in Mr. Bolton's conducting class. And if you're thinking about taking it, it's not just a class where you do nothing. You do a lot of work. James and I do tons of work making copies and organizing music. And, yeah, we do Franklin's job most of the time. But even with both James and I in a conducting class, Mr. Bolton still had to do a ton of work. And so we wanted to give something completely awesome to recognize that for him. But before, we have one more gift for Mr. Bolton, but before we do that, I'm going to spend a little time talking about my time at Christian Brothers also. So, when I first came to Christian Brothers, like when I found out I was going to Christian Brothers, the band was like not even on my radar. I didn't even think about band. But it was at the freshman orientation that we went in. It was like, I remember it was really cold, and we went in, and the jazz band was playing on stage. And my mom was like, hey, it'd be cool to be in the jazz band. I was like, yeah, I want to be in the jazz band. I'll play saxophone. And so I signed up for beginner band class, and then on the first day of school, came around, I went in and talked to Mr. Bolton, and I said, hey, Mr. Bolton, I want to play saxophone. And then he just looked at me and said, okay, that's great, Justin. You can play clarinet. And so I've been playing clarinet ever since, and I really enjoyed it, and I thank Mr. Bolton a lot for providing me with the opportunity to do that. And it's been a really great 4 years. I came a long way from not knowing how to play clarinet. I'm going to major in music next year, so it's pretty awesome. We've had a great time, and Mr. Bolton's a great teacher. I can't stress that enough. And with this gift, we struggled because although we wanted to get him something awesome, we wanted to get him something that would be